Yo guys, what's going on? It's Lukey here and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be running through the top 10 Rebirth class setups. These builds are specifically built for Rebirth, they're a bit more high mobility, etc, etc. So without further ado, if you guys do enjoy, please do be sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 60k, we're about 3,000 subscribers away, so that'd be much appreciated if we could hit that. Also make sure to turn notifications on, but this is the first class. I'm putting this at the beginning because at the moment this is my favourite class. Now this has incredibly high mobility, very good time to kill, and it's very accurate as well. However, if you guys don't like the iron sights, I know a lot of people don't, then you can take the Tiger Team spotlight off and put on the Microflex LED instead. That's something I do quite often because the Tiger Team spotlight is a good attachment, but the iron sights on this weapon are very ugly. So if you guys want to, just take off the laser, stick the Microflex LED on, and it will reduce the mobility by a little bit, but you're going to be able to hit your shots a lot more accurately because it does have a nicer sight with that sight. Next up we have the BULLFROG. Now the BULLFROG, once again, definitely one of the best SMGs in the game. It has really nice iron sights, very low recoil, and it's a very fast paced weapon. At the moment, you guys are going to want to be using the sound suppressor on pretty much every single SMG. It did get a buff recently, which increases the mobility. As you guys can see, it increases the ADS and all of that kind of good stuff that you need on an SMG. So at the moment, if you are using agency on SMGs, you are doing it wrong. Make sure to use sound suppressor instead. It is a lot better. We've also got the task force on this build to increase the strafe speed, bullet velocity, and damage range. Next up we have the Cold War MP5. Now this is a HIPFIRE MP5. It is specifically made for close combat gunfights. It is incredible on Rebirth because of the fact that it is a very good HIPFIRE class, and it also has one of the fastest time to kills out of any SMG. We've got the sound suppressor, we've got the laser for the increased hipfire, we've got the bruiser grip for the increased hipfire accuracy, and then you're going to want to use the reinforced heavy barrel. I don't recommend using the task force on this because it does make the recoil quite a lot, so if you use a task force on a hipfire build, it's just not going to be very accurate, so you want to use the reinforced instead, just so you guys can get increased accuracy. Next up we have the highest mobility SMG in the game, the MAC-10. This class specifically actually has one of the highest mobilities out of any class. As you guys can see in the bottom left there, the mobility is very high, and you're going to be very quick with this weapon. Also, the no stock is very good. If you guys want to, you can take the no stock off and swap it with the Raider stock. If you want more strafe speed, the Raider stock is good, or if you want quicker ADS time, etc., then the no stock is definitely my personal favorite. I like the no stock. Next up we have the AK-47. This is very similar to the XM4, however it does have a little bit more recoil and it does have a faster time to kill. In my opinion, I don't know which one I prefer. I think I prefer the XM4 a little bit better, but the AK-47 is also an extremely good weapon. Next up we have to, of course, include some long range weapons in here as well. I know a lot of people still like to use long range weapons on Rebirth. A lot of people partner a long range weapon with a close range weapon. That's what I personally do. I usually use like the KRIG 6 and then I use an SMG as my secondary. This right here is a very accurate KRIG 6 class. It's got pretty little recoil and it's very accurate, one of the most accurate assault rifles right now for long range gunfights. Next up we have the Ram 7. You guys probably already know the class setup for this weapon right here because it has been around for quite some time. It's definitely came back into the meta recently with all of the most recent changes, and it definitely is one of the best. Now this is a very accurate weapon, very good time to kill, very fast fire rate, great range, great accuracy, and there's nothing I would say that's bad about this weapon, so definitely worth a shot if you guys haven't tried using this at the moment. Also perfect to partner with a sniper if you guys like to snipe. Next up we have the CR56 AMAX. Obviously I had to include this weapon. It's had loads of nerfs, but it still is definitely in the top 10, and it's definitely one of the best long range weapons you can use. Next up, onto the two snipers that I think are the best at the moment. We have the Tundra with all of these attachments, and then we have the Swiss with all of these same attachments. So both of the weapons pretty much have the exact same attachments, as you guys can see. At the moment, the SWAT 5mm laser has been buffed, and it does increase the ADS time on snipers, so it's definitely a good attachment to use. Either of these are very good. The Swiss K31 is better for quick scoping and, you know, a bit more of a rushy playstyle, and then the Tundra is more of a slow paced weapon. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.